They've been selling this idea that there's going to be some great reveal. By the way, I don't buy it, because if they had any real smoking gun, proverbially speaking, in this investigation, they've leaked everything to the Washington Post, to CNN, to MSNBC, to all their compatriots in the media. You really think they're holding something that they're going to reveal for the first time on January 6th in primetime? I just don't buy it. This January 6th thing, primetime, Thursday night. I love the baller move here. Fox News just said, yeah, we're not going to cover it. If there's real news that comes out, we'll cover it during the course of the show. But we're not going to take Tucker off. We're not going to take Hannity off. We're not going to take Laura Ingraham off. And 100 billion%, Fox News is going to dunk on all of the ratings for these networks that are sharing this same show, right? They will be the highest rated network of the night. I would bet a massive amount of money on that Thursday night.
I think there's no question. I mean, I think that they actually may have on. I think MSNBC, for example, could. We'll see, because CNN's ratings have been very up and down. Obviously, mostly down. I think it might be worse for them to actually run, even on those channels, to run that. I just don't think people. I don't think people care enough.
I think there's a very strong case to be made that people don't care that much about it. And I also think that there has been an expectation built up. This feels a bit like, to me, Buck, the Mueller report. Do you remember how many days Rachel Maddow went on and she said Robert Mueller is going to get Donald Trump? When this report comes out, he is finished. We're going to have him dead to rights on Russia collusion. And then the Mueller report came out, and everything that the left wing had been selling to their audience about the Mueller report for years blew up in their face. And I feel very similar about what happened on January 6th. They've been selling this idea that there's going to be some great reveal. By the way, I don't buy it, because if they had any real smoking gun, proverbially speaking, in this investigation, they've leaked everything to the Washington Post, to CNN, to MSNBC, to all their compatriots in the media. You really think they're holding something that they're going to reveal for the first time on January 6th in primetime? I just don't buy it. Do you?
No, of course not. I mean, the Mueller probe, for example, was all sizzle and no steak, as they say. It was all, oh, we got somebody who, I mean, what was the real moment, right? The real the pinnacle of the Mueller probe, when they sent 30 guys with long guns from the FBI in to arrest forgetting his name. You know what I'm talking about. What's his name?
Roger.
Yes, Roger Stone.
Roger
Thank
Stone.
you.
Yeah,
and had CNN there. I know Roger. Apologies, Roger.
It's not good, by the way, when both of us freeze for a moment on trying to remember the name.
I don't know what just happened. I just had a freeze frame on Roger's name. But yeah, I mean, that was the moment that we were also, oh my gosh, they were prosecuting him because they talked about witness tampering, and you saw it. It was like ridiculous. I mean, the actual text messages that they were going,
yes.
I think it was DMs on Twitter. It was ridiculous. There was nothing there. And the other part of it was that they had the 10 possible counts. Remember that? The 10 possible counts of obstruction. You know this, Clay. You dealt with cases, well, I guess defended people, not prosecuted. But if you have something really good, you lead with it. If you got somebody, that's what you nail them on. You don't lay out, here are 10 possible things you could argue maybe theoretically could have been construed as obstruction. That was the best Mueller had. I don't want to say it was a joke, because it was unfortunately an effective weapon. Just the process was a weapon against the Trump White House. But it was absurd. It was absurd.
I remember in law school, criminal law case, my professor at the time, Don Hall, who was at Vanderbilt Law School forever, walking around saying, what do you do if you don't have the goods on somebody that you really, really badly want to get? You charge them with a conspiracy. Not even the action, the number of people who get charged with conspiracies to commit crimes is always, to me, kind of a red flag in terms of whether or not there's a legitimate crime that has been committed.
It's the most malleable of prosecutorial tools.
That's exactly right. And it's not a surprise that the dumbest people on television and media The people at The View. Well, they're expecting for everything to come together. This is Sarah Haynes, who is she a new member of the of the crew? I don't remember seeing her name very often.
Is she like the fake conservative among them, or is there a fake conservative? I don't even know.
I don't even know who Sarah Haynes is. And so she says she hopes it's amazing TV. And it's also, it sounds like, what she's expecting on Thursday night. Let's listen to the dumbest ladies in all the world of The View discuss.
But I think it's important because this was where so many people, even extreme supporters, said this was a step too far. Like when we saw that footage of our Capitol being attacked, and anyone that says it wasn't attacked, look at the tactical gear up there. Look at the people that died that day. Look at their T-shirts and their messaging and what happened. This is not a protest, and this is not a White House tour. So I think that we need to watch it. I hope it is amazing TV because I think the visual will be very powerful. I, like everyone else, the slow leak of all the articles and the subpoenas, I've become a little numb to the coverage of it. This is where it all comes to a head, and we see the transparency of everything that's been done. And I think it's so important that we all tune in and watch at least a part of it.
No. No. Totally
I'm going to watch it. You'll probably watch it, Buck, because we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the next morning, the inflation numbers are coming out, and I don't know who scheduled how they chose what day they were going to put it on. I honestly think the NBA Finals are Wednesday night, and I think they know they can't put them on. I'm not even joking about this. I think they know they can't conflict with the NBA Finals because people would watch that, and they can't get on ABC otherwise. And then they're looking at Thursday, and they don't want to be Friday because people go into the weekend. I mean, this is but then they're looking at it, and they chose the day before the inflation data comes out for their primetime event, where, Buck, I'm just telling you, they're going to do their primetime event. People are going to go to sleep. And when people wake up the next morning, inflation's going to be 8+%, whatever it's going to be. And everybody, including us, is going to be talking about the failures of inflation in the month of May. But is it going to be,
is it going to be fun? Let's say the inflation number is 8.0. Right? Yeah. Let's say it ticks down to maybe even 7.9. It'll be fun to watch the people see that and be like, oh my gosh, Biden's an economic genius. Be like the worst inflation in 39 years.
We told you that this brilliant plan of Joe Biden's to bring down inflation from, what was the top, 8.5, 8.3. Yeah, if it goes down to 7.9, they'll be like, this is an incredible number. We're down to 7 point. It's still a 40-year high, by the way.
It doesn't matter how embarrassing the stupid positions you have to take as a Democrat may be. You're expected to take them, especially for this Biden regime. You know,
it might even go up with the price of gas having gone up as much as it has. I mean, I'm not an expert on economics, but it doesn't feel to me like there's been some sort of fever break where suddenly things are not costing what they did before.
Apparently neither is Janet Yellen, so there's that.
Well, that's true. You and I were better at assessing where inflation might go than the head of the Treasury Department. Sadly.
Yeah. Got it right, she got it wrong, so there is that.